Hello and welcome once again to Time and Time Again. My name is Alan, and in today's video we're going to be taking a closer look at the Tudor Black Bay 54, which is the brand new release from Tudor, and this is a modern interpretation of their first ever Submariner watch, which was the Oyster Prince Submariner, reference 7922. The Black Bays were first kind of introduced in 2012, and we obviously had the Black Bay 58, which is a 39mm case size. I've actually owned that watch in the past. I've had the black one and the blue one, and although they wore incredibly well, I only have a very slight wrist, 6¼ inch, so I always felt I was kind of bordering on being slightly too big. And most recently I did a video on the Tudor Pelagos 39. Incidentally, in that video I made a very bold statement saying that it was going to be my forever watch. I'd found the one, I didn't need to look at any other watches and blah blah blah, and of course that really wasn't the case in the end. Fantastic watch, no doubt, but I just didn't feel it was kind of versatile enough. The 39mm case on that definitely suited my wrist, but again I would say it was borderline. But this, really hoping, well, I know already, it fits a lot better for me personally, and at the same time it doesn't feel or look too small, I don't think. Just before I open this, today's on the wrist shot is the San Martin, and that's of course a Tudor, what's this model on? The Tudor Ranger style. This is a lovely size for me as well. I've actually done a video on this one, so if you want to check that out you can do. Really nice watch, and this is 36mm case, and as you can see, just wears really well on my wrist. So I was extremely excited to get hold of this one, and yeah, here it is. I am still on a waiting list at the AD for this, but in the meantime this one popped up on eBay. I kept my eye on the listing, and eventually it came down to somewhere near retail price, so I haven't overpaid for it, thankfully. But yeah, so it was basically new as well. It still had the stickers on. I've taken it on board it since, but when it arrived it still had the stickers on both sides, and so it was completely as new condition. So that's great. Just pop that to one side. Inside obviously you get the bits and bobs of the user manual, warranty card, etc. And in here I have the spare links, which when I bought it, the bracelet had been sized, and there were 3 links removed. I've had to remove one more, but still can't quite get it to fit exactly as I want it, but I'll more on that a little bit later. So yeah, there's your standard. If you've had a Tudor before, you will be completely familiar with that kind of packaging. Let's pop that to one side, and let's get this off here and have a closer look. I'll grab my cloth, make sure it's nice and smudge free. Yeah, and we'll zoom in a bit, and there she is, the Tudor Black Bay 54. First impressions, absolutely delighted with it. I have a tendency to be like that with a new watch, as I demonstrated with the Pelagos 39. I was totally smitten with that one right away, as I am with this one. I just feel, for me, this edges it because it's a bit more versatile. There's a bit on the Pelagos 39, it was titanium, just the colouring obviously darker and duller than this, and just a black and white dial, which I do love. My Zin over here is that style. I love that. But just no bits of polishing anywhere whatsoever. So this obviously does have that. So yeah, this is why I feel this is a little bit more versatile. Let's have a look at the slimness. As you can see, it's extremely slim, particularly for a dive watch. Let's go over the specifications so we know what's inside. It's the caliber MT5 400, which is COSC certified, and yeah, it's obviously quite a slim movement as well because it's fit inside here. It has a 70-hour power reserve and a water resistance of 200 meters. The bezel is unidirectional. The difference between this and the 58, as you can see, this has no markings here on this first 15-minute section, so it's plain all around the bezel, and we have some silver font and markers here. Again, that's different than the 58, and the other difference is the loom pip. You don't have the red triangle on this, so this is kind of getting closer to that one that it's referencing, but with a few slight changes. So yeah, the case size, like I say, 37mm, and then if we take a look at the lug to lug distance, I'm pretty sure, I'm just checking my notes here, I'm pretty sure it's 46mm. Let's have a, yeah, it's 46 lug to lug, which, yeah, is perfect for my slim wrist, but not too small, so you still get the wrist kind of presence. It wears a bit bigger than 37mm, I think. I'll let you judge that when I have it on my wrist, and you let me know what you think, but it certainly feels, it doesn't feel too dainty. It's just hitting that sweet spot, I think. The lug width is thankfully 20mm, so that's going to be perfect for doing my strap changes, which I like to do. Obviously I've got this on the bracelet. I do love the look of the rubber strap that you can get as well, so at the first opportunity I'll be trying to get one of those so I can mix it up a bit and wear it on both. But that rubber looks great. It looks a little bit like the Pelagos 39 rubber, where I think, I'm assuming we use the end links of the bracelet, and it so kind of looks integrated when it's fitted to the watch. So yeah, looking forward to getting hold of one of those. We have a look at the case back. It's just a usual Tudor kind of plain case back, no see-through case, which is fine. Just while we're here, let's have a look at this clasp. Polished, really good quality, as you'd expect. If you've had a Tudor before, you'll know these bracelets are yeah, they're just really nice. And we do have the faux rivets on this, which I know some people complain about. I'm not in that camp. I don't mind them at all. Very rarely see it when it's on wrist, but yeah, like I say, I don't mind them. We have polishing on the sides of the links, pretty much identical to the Black Bay 58 bracelet, apart from we now get the T-fit adjustment on here. Just like it glides, and obviously you get that adjustment on the fly without needing any tool, which is great, but for me, I still can't quite get a perfect fit on it. Just trying to get a shot of the amount of adjustment you can do there. It's not an awful lot, and because the amount is what it is, I took 4 links off to get this fit in, but it's just a little bit too loose, and I'm right on the end of the extension there, so I can't adjust it to get it any tighter. Sorry, I'm not on the end. I'm as tight as it can be on the adjustment. So yeah, I can't. It's still leaving it a bit loose. But if I do take, which I haven't tried yet, but I will do. If I do take one more link out, I'd imagine it's just a little bit too tight, and then I've got the opposite problem then, which was the case with the Black Bay 58. I watched a little video last night where someone is using the Uncle Seiko half link that's made for the Black Bay 58, and he got it to work on this, so I will probably try and get hold of one of those. And we'll see how that goes to get a perfect fit. But in terms of quality and how it feels and looks, yeah, as you'd expect, absolutely fantastic. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit here so you can get a closer look. Obviously gilt everywhere, and there's a sunburst. I think that's coming through on camera there very nicely. Get that sunburst look on the dial, and we have that kind of boxed sapphire, or slightly domed, I would say. So you're getting the distortion at the edges. Very vintage, and yeah, that's another reason I like this look. Just while we're here, we've got the crown. It's smaller than, I think it's 5mm, or the original one that it's referencing was 5mm. I think this is the same. So it is a little bit small, but still usable. Very rarely be using this crown anyway, because it's obviously self-winding. So once it's going, I can't imagine I'm going to be putting this down for longer than 5 days and having to wind it again. But obviously screw down crown, like I say, 200 meters water resist. The 3 lines of text just above the 6 o'clock marker, and the Tudor Geneve wording at the top, and the logo. And you'll notice as well we don't have the snowflake on the second hand. I think the original had the snowflake on there, so this is round instead. I'm happy with either, to be honest. Just noticed a little mark there. It won't be a scratch, but we'll just make sure. Definitely haven't knocked this yet. Yeah, no, that's fine. Another closer look at this lovely dial. Those are just little hairs off that cloth, I think, that we can see on there. But yeah, let's have a listen to the bezel. Yeah, it's, again, as you'd expect from Tudor, high quality, just the right amount of friction where it's not too loose and it's not too hard to turn, and of course it lines up perfectly as well. polished sides on the case. Again, I'll go back to the Pelagos not having any polishing whatsoever, so this is yeah, much different than that, which I like. We have the beveled edge there as well, you can see that's polished, and the rest is like a satin brushed finish everywhere on the case and the bracelet as well. But yeah, that's it's certainly a looker, and I'm extremely happy with it so far. It's only been a few days, but I wanted to get a video out there just to give it a first impressions really. So let's get it on my 6 1/4 inch wrist, and you can see, then get an idea of what it might look like on your wrist should you purchase one. Let's zoom. Oh, zooming the wrong way here. Let's zoom out a bit. And there you go. Like I say, I think that is. I don't think I'm ever gonna get a better fitting watch than that. Just the 46 lug to lug is perfectly centered on my wrist. It's certainly not overhanging, and because it's slightly underhanging, is that a word? It means that from the aerial view, I'm starting to get this look of the bracelet on the top side of the wrist there, which I like. It's only a little detail, but because it's the size that it is, it's not overhanging. I'm getting some view from looking downwards like that at the bracelet as well, which I think looks really cool. Finding myself looking at that all the time, sadly. The clasp there, like there's no gappage there. Very, very slight, obviously, because you've got to get your finger in there to release it. Didn't talk about that, did we? Ceramic ball bearings on the lock there. It's great fitting, and there's no big gap here of any kind. It's just going over to this side of my wrist. I think if I swap some links around, I could probably get it more centered. I may do that, and I may, like I say, just try removing one more link to see if I can get the perfect fit, because currently that's nice and tight there now, but I do push it up to there to get that kind of fit on it. During the day, if it can easily become loose like that, and then you'll see, maybe you can't see, but there's gaps there, and it starts hanging down, really kind of going down to my hand, which there is occasion I don't mind a loose watch like that, but I do like it kind of in about that position, so it doesn't look like it's strangling my wrist neck. Is that a thing? But you know what I mean. I like, even when I'm taking pictures, I like it in this position just before the bones here. But say there is, on the odd occasion you can wear it a bit casually like that. I'd like the fit so I don't have to keep pushing it up like that. So maybe that half link will work, or maybe taking one more link off here might do the trick. I will update actually in the description of how that went, or I'll do a follow-up to this video. But yeah, there you go. I don't think there's much more I can say at the minute, other than I'm delighted with it. I just think it looks, I don't see how it gets better than that for this style dive watch, and just look how it hugs the wrist. I mean, you can make any watch kind of look like it's hugging the wrist, but this really is. It's almost disappearing. It's the perfect perfect depth, and like I say, that lug to lug is perfect. The size of the dial is perfect. It doesn't look or feel like a 37mm diver, and I have experience with the Seiko SKX 013, which is a 38mm diver. That can actually look small, and also looks a bit stubby as well because it's thick. So this takes care of both of those issues, where it doesn't look too small and it's certainly not stubby. Yeah, made up with it. I'm not going to make any bold statements saying it's the one, and I'm not looking at any watches anymore, but yeah, let's see what happens. But I can't see this leaving my wrist for quite some time, if ever. I'll leave it there. Yeah, and I'll do another video soon, and I'll hopefully have that rubber strap. And once I've got it on that and I start playing with other straps, I'll do some. I'll show some wrist shots with other straps on. I'm not going to do that now because I don't want to mess around taking the bracelets off just yet, because it is in perfect condition. I'll likely start scratching it, but I'm not ready to do that yet. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'm currently on 885 subscribers, I think, so I'm closing in on that 1,000, which is my target. Hopefully that'll happen sometime soon, and I can bring you more watch reviews as I go along on my journey. So yeah, thanks again, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.